Welcome back, everyone. I'm using a hat to cover myself because it's hot. It's very shaded. It's night 37, but it's still very sunny. Night 37 in my journey to lose 20 pounds in 90 days by 1, whole food plant-based diet. 2, drink 5 to 6 cups of water. 3, intermittent fasting. 4, exercising 1 to 1.5 hours a day. 5, sleeping 6 to 9 hours. 6, having a growth mindset. Number 1 is whole food plant-based diet. Basically, go as near as possible to a whole food, whole grain, 1/3 fibrous vegetables, 1/3 starchy carbs, whole grain, and 1/3 protein, beans, lentils, tofu. Tempeh, right? 1/3. That's it. Eat that as much as pure to that as possible. Avoid any kind of meat as much as possible. You don't have to be absolute, but just minimize the meat intake. Use it as a condiment, because the study's saying if the purer you are to a whole food plant-based diet, the more heart disease free you are, cancer free, inflammation problem free, diabetes free, stroke free. You're free of all those age related diseases and non-age related diseases. Free of dementia, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's. Whole food plant-based diet comes from 2 research books, How Not to Die and How Not to Diet, both by Dr. Michael Greger. He recommends a whole food plant-based diet from the thousands of peer-reviewed literature with control study and peer and placebo studies, studying animals as well as humans over years and decades. Overwhelming evidence is a whole food plant-based diet is the best diet to be thin, to stay thin, the lowest body mass index, longevity, and not die from the top 15 diseases. Also, exercising 1.5 hours and intermittent fasting, and 5 to 6 cups of water. Also shared, concluded from these 2 books. So I follow that. I follow those conclusions in my game plan to lose 20 pounds in 90 days. As far as 1.5 hours of exercise a day, I run 3 times around the Great Mall in the morning and 3 times at night to about 4.8 miles. Low impact, slow, steady state in which I can talk, I can breathe, I can record videos. I'm here at the Great Mall here in Milpitas, California. There's Home Depot right there. All right. And here's the Great Mall right here, the Great Mall. In addition to 6 laps around the Great Mall, I also do 1 high intensity to 2 high intensity interval training a week to preserve high twitch muscles, to burn a little bit more calories and continue to able to do some explosive moves. You don't use it, you lose it. I also do about 3 to 4 times of weight training, resistance type of training with bands, weights, or body weights. Again, to minimize muscle loss, because as you are losing weight, there's a tendency to also lose muscle mass. By doing weight training, you will minimize the loss of muscle mass. I also do about 10 to 20 minutes yoga sessions 3 or 4 times a week, because the body got stiffed. After 30 days, my body was stiff, so I monitor and adjust it and added yoga. That's the exercise routine, or you could say the regiment. I sleep about 7 hours average. Before it was 10, before I start running, before the 37 days. Today is night 37. I had to sleep for quite a few years, about 10 hours a day, including naps, total 10. Now including naps, total of 7, because the body is more oxygenated. And I also have a mission. It's like automatically there's a reason to wake up, and I don't need alarm clocks. Alright, as far as growth mindset, I also rely on 2 books. The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People and The Compound Effect. First one, The 7 Habits, is written by Dr. Stephen Covey. The second one, Compound Effects, written by Darryl Hardy. Both books can be summarized in the following: begin with the end in mind, have a vision of your life, have a mission, split your mission into 3 types of goals: short-term, intermediate, and long-term goals. Publish your goals so you're held accountable and you're motivated. Track your progress and then monitor and adjust. And above all, have a revelation and a realization that what you do on a daily basis, if done over time, will result in a compound effect. In applying these principles to my journey, 90 days journey, I will lose 20 pounds in 90 days. By July 2020 or earlier, I will weigh 168.6 pounds. I publish it to the world, so I'm held accountable by uploading YouTube videos. Basically, a YouTube documentary of my 90 days journey to lose 20 pounds. I track my progress in the morning, at night, with the Tanita body fat scale. Numbers don't lie. I monitor and adjust so that I can arrive at my goal. Above all, I have a revelation and a realization that what I do on a daily basis in this game plan, just practice daily, it will result in a compound effect. 168.6 pounds. Smash the subscribe button, the like button, and leave a comment. And we'll see you in the next video.